The following program is a U-Record Studios production. No experts, no insiders, just fans. Marked Out Pro Wrestling Podcast presents. SummerSlam Reactions.
I mean, Roman, it's seemingly that he's going to win and probably hold the title till WrestleMania because they want a long title run to Mania when Cena gets 17, right? I have Nakamura winning. We all have Nakamura winning. I think the feud has run its course, is my personal opinion, and it's telegraphed that Shane O'Mac is going to get programmed with one of these guys after SummerSlam.
I'm going to go with Alexa. They're going to play this longer, and somehow it's going to become a fatal four-way between them, and Sasha will turn on Bayley at some point.
I only care because I think Carmella's going to cash in. Seemingly is taking the Shield. Medine, what's your...
You've been calling it the Shield now.
They don't necessarily rock for me, no. New Day wins because this is the rubber match.
With the two Sister Abigails and a clean win.
The paint job.
It's like raspberry sauce. It's what he puts on his world.
This also fuels the fire for Baron and Cena.
We talked about that earlier, you dumbass.
I'm just saying.
You're distracted by trolls.
They're getting our hopes up for this Orton match. This does make Rusev look good, but I think they're going to squash him.
And I think the big cash situation, I think the possibility of the club showing up, that sold me. That was Zawa. Now Zawa has it. I got Neville. Oh, yeah. Here we go, boys and girls. It's now time for Marked Out Wrestling Podcast in our Summer Squash Reaction Show. Yeah. Woo. Welcome. Summer Squash Reaction, baby.
What's with the disco music?
I don't know. I felt like going like
I feel like we're in Debbie Does Dallas right now.
No, this is some good old slow jam yacht rock radio shit right here. That's what that is.
Works for me.
That's some baby making music right here. What we got going on up in this motherfucker? Oh,
that's not very white.
I'm very confused.
I was confused by it.
Is your mic on?
No.
Is it not?
No, you don't want me to be a part of this?
I absolutely hear you.
Really?
Yeah, you're talking.
Oh,
well, you're talking.
Headphones are not.
Talking to the sweet spot, genius.
The sweet spot?
That's not the fucking sweet spot.
I'm talking.
How
right
long
into
have we
it.
talked into the top of it? Like
I am.
No, you're not. You're a dumbass. Thanks for starting our show out wonderfully.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Can you hear us now?
Stevie's got his. There we go. Now I can hear myself.
You could have just said, "Turn my headphones up, you dumb shit." You got the waves in front of you.
You got the volume up.
You just started to. Way to fuck the whole rhythm up. You know, in the Marine Corps, we learned something called keeping your bearing. Like when you fuck up, you just keep your bearing and you move forward. You don't announce to everybody that you fucked up, but you fucked up, and you had to announce to everybody you fucked up. So you brought the show to a standstill. Anyway,
you're welcome.
Welcome to our Summer Squash edition of Marked Out Wrestling Podcast, episode 193, boys and girls.
It's early to be the angry elf.
I'm not angry. I don't like you too much right now, but I'm not angry. However, this pay-per-view, we have lots of, it's not disco, motherfuckers. It's not disco.
It sounded very disco-like.
It does. It's more like, it's
very
more
70s.
It's more like I don't know. I want to do something different than just, the heavy metal or hip-hop we always do.
Right on.
All right. So here's the thing. But before we got Adam's here and Steve is here, Goldie's here. We had Kira watching with us. Medine was actually at SummerSlam, and Brian is in Long Island, so he couldn't join us as well.
Brian should have tried to go. He was there.
Right. So we're going to get in all of our first impressions and everything. I want to do two questions with you guys and the board before we jump into housekeeping to get into it, because we got a lot to do tonight. So here's two big questions, and this is going to be just a one answer, one word answer, kind of. It's maybe two words. Depends on how you do it. First question, start with Adam. Takeover or SummerSlam?
Takeover. No, hands down.
Steve?
Takeover.
Golda?
Ditto.
Yeah, I got to go Takeover as well. I think Takeover wins that battle.
I think they've won it the past few years.
Yeah.
Especially with, the Brooklyn version.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Absolutely.
And Brooklyn's their mania.
Okay. Second question is just real quick answer. Match of the night. Let's go Golda.
Match of the night. Oh, fuck. Honestly, I'm going to say the main event for me.
Okay.
That was so entertaining.
All right. Steve?
Yeah, I had other ones picked before that, but then I like the main event.
Adam?
Main event's what made me mark out.
I'm going to go match of the night, AJ and KO.
That's the
That-
one I almost went.
That's
with.
my
that was my number 2.
All right. Let's see. Takeover without a doubt says Stikelether, who's on the board. Noah easily takeover on the board. Also, we got Austin Goldman. He's there. Trill Trey is joining us, and I'm sure there's others I'm either not seeing.
Trill Trey.
So let's go ahead and get this out the way, and then we'll get all the fun stuff.
Housekeeping.
Come back later, please.
Here are your marked out wrestling housekeeping notes and weekly schedule. Monday nights at 11:30 p.m. Join us for Monday Night Rawsome. Tuesday nights at 10:15 p.m. SmackDown. The weekly takedown. Thursdays at 5 p.m. where Brian Golda and Rhodey will react and review to the NXT broadcast on the WWE Network. Showtimes are for live YouTube broadcasts. All podcast versions will be available the next day on various podcast providers. Upcoming WWE pay-per-view specials and marked out shorts like Rhodey's Rant, Smarts vs. Marks, the Power Slam Dance Show, and Indie McIndie Face will be announced as they are scheduled. Feel free to join us on our exclusive Bubba Radio Army Network show, The Weekly Squash. Visit BubbaRadioArmy.com for listings. Keep the conversation going on Twitter using the handle @SmartMarkShow. You can call our fan line 704-444-0084 or send us an email, markedoutpodcast@gmail.com. Visit markedOutWrestling.com for all other social media networks. Get connected.
Go away.
Oh my God!
I said no.
Okay, I clean.
No, get out of here.
I stick finger in your mouth. Housekeeping.
Okay.
Okay.
Bitch, Brian.
Want to give that shout out to who our friend there, Shitman, Brian Hitman Yorkie. He's only in and out, but he says Hitman passing through.
He's only in and out.
Yeah. Just passing through. Show was lame till U.S. title and main event. No one saw Brock winning. Main event, 8 out of 10. Night, fellas. Much love. Hitman out. So, Hitman, thank you for your
He'll
quick
catch
hit.
the podcast version.
Yeah. So we're going to do our State of the Universe here, as we always do for our big pay-per-views. Talk about the matches individually. Some of them we'll spend time on. Some of them we just absolutely will not spend time on. But we will start this whole thing. Remember, we had 8 title matches tonight. We had 5 titles change hands, which is a significant percentage.
The first 5, actually. The last 3 were the ones that were defended, ironically.
All right, so we're going to start first with our first impressions and our overall grade for the pay-per-view, and then we'll dig in and go detail by detail. So on the board, you can go ahead and put your overall grade and your first impression. We're going to start here on the board, and I will actually start this one out in a rare form here. I will give the pay-per-view, all in all, I'll give it a C for varying reasons. Here goes to my first impression. Various reasons is I thought some of the matches were decent. I thought they were good time. A lot of matches had time to actually do something, tell a story. I think there was a couple matches that were just booked horribly and should not have happened.
Amen there.
If you're gonna, hey, what's up, Joker? If you're gonna do them the way you did them, you should have just not done them at all. I didn't see any really horrible matches that I was just like disgusted. But well, yeah, I take that back. Anyway, I'm gonna give it a C. I didn't think it was a bad pay-per-view. I didn't think it was a bad SummerSlam. But part of the problem for me is it was so fucking long, and you had to wait for the payoff. We're going to Adam.
I got a C as well. I thought it was bookended well by a good pre-show and the last 3 matches being good. But the middle was such shit that even I have to say the women were the ones who were the best of that middle part of the card, if you will.
Okay. Stevie.
Based on the scores I gave each individual match, they're all over the place, but it all balances out to be a C+. There was a lot of good and a lot of bad. Too many squashes that didn't like. So
okay, Goldie.
I actually give it like a B-.
Okay.
I felt like it was an entertaining pay-per-view for the most part, but my first impression of it is I think Baron's career is over.
That's a great first impression.
Dumpster fire, Wolf.
Yeah. All right, real quick on the board here, Austin Goldman with a B+. Perfect 11 says, TakeOver did more in 2 hours than SummerSlam did in 5. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. Stikelether overall grade is a C. It would be a B if Shinsuke had won. We'll get there. Overall for Noah is a C-. Wasn't unwatchable. Had some good to great matches and then some bad fucking booking and shit matches.
Bad reading by you.
Well, no, intentional reading by me.
All right.
See, that's when Brian yelled at you the other day for that word, didn't he? And
what did he?
I got yelled at for it by Brian too, so I've decided not to use it.
For reading?
No.
It's fundamental.
Whatever. TakeOver was an A++++. Stikelether
Really?
And 11 says C-, a mediocre pay-per-view saved by a great, if not overbooked, main event. All right, so I'm going to let the Adam Bomb and Steve Austin take over the board from here on out. But let's go ahead and jump into our first match of the pay-per-view. And again, some of these we don't need much time on. I mean, let's say we started with a commercial interrupted Hardys and Jason Jordan versus Miz Taraj. The match lasted 10 minutes, 32 seconds. I gave it a C. It wasn't Adam didn't even watch it.
But again, I have to comment here just on the fact that this is on your network. You can put the commercials at the beginning and the end of matches. If you really need to have these commercials in there, book their time. Do not stop in the middle of a match. That is just the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think the most significant part about this match, Steve, me and you were the only ones that watched this one, right?
Yeah.
The most significant part of this match was, to me, Jason Jordan with the new look and new colors.
The different, I think, was it just to kind of match the Hardys to stay in tune with them, or is it going to be an official thing going forward?
That's an interesting thought. I really don't know.
As they got to do something
Either
to get
way,
them
it
over.
didn't work.
Yeah, as of right now, does anyone here have anything to say about this match?
I gave it
beyond
a D.
what we said.
That's one of the reasons why it pulled my overall score down.
Yeah,
I did not like this match.
I give it a C.
I'm sorry. I feel bad that there was nobody there for that match. It felt like the Hardys had to feel like they were back
like
in a
Kalisto
TNA
and
crowd.
Ryback at Mania.
Even Miz, a main eventer, he's like the first. He won, and he went to the front row, and nobody was there yet.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Stevie.
Empty seats.
Like I took him to the gas station, and I was like, I just feel bad for the Miz. Like he's one of the top level guys, and he's in a match where there's nobody in the fucking arena.
The first 5 rows of the one side of the ring was completely empty. Yeah.
Did anybody read anything into Kurt when he was talking to Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan mentioned Jason Jordan, and Kurt looked like pretty fucking disappointed?
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Am I reading into that?
No, I mean, it's a
Could they be
storyline
undoing
angle.
it a little bit, or him disappointed now in his son instead of cheering him on. I don't know.
They can't work that
lend
back.
itself to my prediction.
Okay, enough time on that. Really,
Yeah.
Let's move on. Okay, next one's going to be a Tozawa and Neville for the cruiserweight title. This match was 11 minutes and 45 seconds. See, did you see this one, Golda? Did not.
No.
No, you and Adam, you came late as well.
I'm still questioning why they switched the title on Monday to only undo it here.
That's the only weird thing about it.
Yeah, Stevie, go ahead with your.
But for the match itself, I thought it was fantastic, man. Great moves that they, of course, they bring it. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
Stevie's in the 70s tonight, man.
It's all Rob's fault for playing the music.
Yeah, man. I pumped him up with the disco. It's not disco.
It was disco.
It's not disco. You don't know disco. I gave the match an A, and I just gave it a kind of a blah A. It was a solid match
for the moves and everything.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're not going to try to do some big fucking spots because there's no crowd to get a pop from. I mean, the match served its purpose. You got Tozawa goes down, Neville goes.
Titus Worldwide sucks again.
I mean, it is what it is.
They immediately lost in their only title defense. Good job, Titus.
Yeah, looking at the board here, what's he got on board? Anything?
Miz looked pissed, is what Noah said,
Yeah.
and I'll bet he was. I mean, that's just a bad spot for him. Christopher Steichleather said there was no one there for the match or the cruiserweight match title, but he was there.
All right, Steich.
Yeah, so
painkillers and all.
Yeah,
the cruiserweight match title.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect 11. How do you expect to get people to order a pay-per-view when you don't even care enough about the matches to show them in their entirety? That's what my point was with the whole commercial. And Noah says a match gets a D for the booking.
Ooh, a D.
A D.
Really?
Yeah, not the match itself. Like, it was a good match, but the fact that Tozawa won the belt on Monday just to lose it on Sunday. Why are you going to end Neville's, awesome reign for nothing?
Yeah, Adam Baum on the board said the Hardys probably felt like they were wrestling in front of a TNA crowd.
Hey, Adam Baum's back.
I didn't realize I was on the board.
Yeah, you're there.
I'm existential tonight.
He had the baby logo for a while there.
So I don't know who's not in the company anymore that was when the last cruiserweight title was around. I'm talking pre-Hornswoggle. But clearly they've lost the knowledge to make a cruiserweight match significant. They've lost that ability. And maybe it just needs to be higher in the card. Maybe it needs to be the buffer match before the main event. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Kevin Dunn and Vince are determined to bury 205 Live.
Well,
yeah. I mean, I'm not shocked here.
I mean, how many
barely functioning now?
How many cruiserweight matches have we seen on a main card of a major pay-per-view? I can't think of one, honestly.
At WrestleMania, they made him be pre-show.
The Rumble when Neville beat Rich Swann. That was on the actual show.
That was on the actual show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to get a higher booking on the card.
Especially on the Raw-only pay-per-views. They're not even
Right.
I mean, come on.
I don't know.
That's why Austin left.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah. Look, you didn't want to do that bullshit. Let's move on to the next one here, which is very shocking to me. This is one of those where I scratch my bald head and I wonder, why is the New Day and the Usos having a tag title match on the pre-show?
Right.
Why?
Especially when this is potentially a feud ender.
Yeah.
And it was a good match too.
It was a good match. And they build it to like, well, we're just trying to kick it off great, and they did, but it just was in the wrong spot.
Right.
One of the longest matches of the night, 19 minutes.
Yeah, 1904. So now I think now everybody's been involved here. So Golda, you can start this one. You've seen this match. Go ahead.
I give it a B. I mean, It was a solid match. It was very entertaining. Lots of false finishes. Xavier Woods looked strong.
He did.
I'm one of his biggest critics. And you guys all know that. I talk shit about him all the time for his wrestling ability.
Not his
he
Terminator
looked strong.
moves.
Right. He looked strong. So
Criticize him for Paige, maybe.
So you gave him a B.
Yes.
Okay. Stevie.
I gave it a B too. I just didn't like the outcome, and New Day's promo early on was kind of a strange thing, but other than that, it was good.
Go ahead, Adam.
I gave it a B, but I really only gave it a B because I kind of graded this one against the entire program, and they had a couple other A matches. This was just a B to me in comparison.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the rest of my panel here. I'm gonna go with B. I do think that, look, if you're gonna do the promo the Usos did not the Usos, but New Day did before the match, I'm sorry, it was bad. It was not good. And I would rather have seen them just go into the ring and fight than to go and do a shitty promo before a match. The match itself had decent wrestling in it. I don't know what the fuck Noah's talking about with fucking stellar match.
A+ Noah gave it.
No, it was not a stellar match. There's no way. It was a solid match. It was good tag team wrestling, and it did the job it needed to do.
Right.
Austin Gobelman says that. He says solid match, B+. And Stykeleather, he said the result shocked me because he thought New Day would win and AOP would debut to face them in a match. I don't think they would have let AOP debut on a pre-show, Styke. That's where I think the flaw on that would be.
It's got to be a SmackDown or Raw thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm one of the ones that thinks AOP is the mystery tag or mystery people beating up the fashion police and
not the
peaks and
iconic
shit.
duo.
Instead, I think that they're going to, tomorrow night, I think Cesaro has their rematch, and AOP comes out and kills Shield.
Okay, Noah, I'm gonna give you the opportunity here because I'm not just gonna go back and forth and go, no, it wasn't. Yes, it was. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. You type into the board there. Type me a synopsis.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, I know, right? Of that match. Tell me why you think it was a stellar match, because I just happen to not agree with that being a stellar match. I think it was a good match. What's up, Juan? It was a good match, but it was not a stellar match. I'm sorry. I've seen stellar tag team matches, and this is not a stellar tag team.
And it wasn't even like their best because, again, I thought that their previous encounters were better.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
I agree. So we're all going in. What do we got on the board for this one? Anybody?
That's all we caught up.
Yeah, they're just saying hi to Juan.
You get Austin there? I didn't know if I was.
Yeah, Austin,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention.
And, Stykeleather's clarifying. He says AOP debut on SmackDown Live to challenge New Day is what he was thinking.
Yeah.
Adam Baum lost to Noah in a bet. Said Usos won again. Amazing match.
Yeah.
Okay. I just don't think amazing is the right word.
No one ever agreed to the bet, for the record.
Okay. I think it was a solid match. Amazing and stellar are words that I reserve for things that are amazing and stellar.
Right.
Which this definitely doesn't rank there.
No.
Only in Michael Cole's vernacular is this amazing and stellar.
He's never seen anything like it. Juan says the show was a C, so there you go. He said, okay, here's Noah. Brilliant spots. Brilliant.
Wow.
You were throwing words out there that, sir, I think you need to look up the definition of.
Get a thesaurus.
The crowd was hyped as hell for it. Surprise win by Usos, etc.
I do agree with the surprise win by the Usos.
Yeah, and etc. looks like a good thing compared to the other things he said. So, yeah, brilliant spots.
That's Al.
Brilliant spots. Come on, man. No,
Brilliant.
They weren't brilliant. They were good, decent wrestling spots. They're good moves.
We need some brilliant commentary, Noah.
Yeah, come on, bro. All right, so there we go. We got that one done. That one's over. Moving on now to 10 minutes and 19 seconds of absolute fuck me. I was so hyped.
Really?
For Big Show and Big Cast.
Oh, we're not going in order?
I'm going to order the sheet.
Oh, okay.
How it's written on our fucking sheet.
I thought we were going in the card order.
Yeah, no. Okay, thank you. So I was hyped for this match, but I was hyped for this match because it appeared to me that they were doing a club angle, including Cass into that angle. And I was thinking, okay, well, here's an opportunity. Big Show starts to get the upper hand. Maybe Enzo somehow slithers out, which he did, and kind of helps Big Show out. And then here comes the club. and now you have the new formed club with Cass. That was my excitement about it.
Wrong.
And no, I mean clearly, I will go ahead and I was absolutely fucking that match.
I tried to tell you.
I
on
gave
Monday.
this match a D, a straight D.
That is permanently in the archives. You saying you were excited for this. So I'm glad you're eating crow.
I'm eating. Dude, I got a bowl full of crow. It's like those motherfuckers from the
Crow
fucking
flakes.
the cartoons and shit. The crows that talk shit. And I'm eating all them motherfuckers up right now.
All of them?
All of them.
I ain't never seen an elephant fly.
I mean, this was exactly what I expected, but worse.
I gave it an F.
Dude,
Yeah,
PVC pipes.
I gave it a
F.
D minus. I
F.
thought I was being
I
generous
gave it
there.
a D.
That, you know what? So you're going to tell me right now, to my face, WWE, you're going to look me in the eyes, Vince McMahon. You're going to tell me that Uso, New Day, better yet, Tozawa and Neville were pre-show matches, but this fucking garbage was on the main card? That was somebody thought that was a good idea?
Vince McMahon nuts all over himself when it comes to tall guys.
Dude,
And you know he loves big cats.
But Enzo just keeps coming back to get like super kicked or big booted or whatever the fucking done. On the board, Christopher Steichler, no comment on the Enzo part of the match, but the match itself, a D. Juan asks, is Enzo finally done? Please say National Nightmare over. Fuck. Cass and Big Show was terrible for Austin Goldman. Noah says the match was so boring, little definition of a piss break match. D minus, and closing it out, perfect 11. D. If there was ever a doubt that Enzo was done, it should be pretty clear now. Now, we've talked about this. Enzo is a workout buddy at Triple H. I mean, maybe he's just got to get repackaged. Maybe he goes to SmackDown in the shakeup. Maybe, I mean,
He needs to have a feud with James Ellsworth.
well, because
somehow.
we thought Sammy was done when Sammy was doing the job like this constantly and getting squashed.
Yeah, Ellsworth talked some shit about him on the pre-show.
Maybe that would be a good pairing
Ellsworth and Enzo. There you go.
for a little while.
Yeah.
Wow.
Give him one good match.
Not long.
Give Enzo a girl to be the manager for.
Because honestly, I think Ellsworth would win that match.
Yeah.
We've seen Ellsworth wrestle.
Yeah.
He's not bad.
At least he can do a super kick.
Maybe Enzo gets with Asuka.
Oh.
Maybe that's the new program.
Why, please never
I'm just-
speak
okay.
about that again.
Okay.
God almighty. All right. We're done with that one. That's fucking trash.
Atheist says God Almighty. I love it.
Well, I don't mean it. Orton, Rusev. I almost said 9 minutes, 71 seconds, but what I meant was 9 seconds, 71
Seven.
milliseconds.
Yeah.
Is it
hundredths of a
milliseconds?
second.
Yeah, okay. 9 seconds, Orton and Rusev. And boys, I gave it a fucking A.
What?
I gave it an A. Go ahead.
By the way, Orton at SummerSlam is like Ronda Rousey here because his last two matches have lasted under 90 seconds, and the guy has taken home 2 SummerSlam paydays, and I'm sure like kind of main event status level for pay. But wow, I mean, it couldn't have been any better. I feel bad for Rusev is my thing.
I gave it an F.
You gave it an F?
I gave it an F too because I
It's-
wanted Rusev to win. I predicted him to win, and
Rusev
I thought he
needed
came
to
out
win.
strong, and he's fucked.
Yeah.
I
No.
gave it
I
a
know
D,
Noah will
not
agree
an
with
F,
me.
but I gave it a D only because Rusev got a little action at the beginning, Golda.
And then all of a sudden it was over in 1 second.
Now, let me justify.
Out of nowhere.
Let me justify my A to you. I gave it an A because I had zero interest in this match. I don't believe there was much build-up, guys. Am I right about that?
No.
2 weeks.
Throw them
Not a whole
together.
lot.
Okay, so not much build-up. I had zero interest. And the fact that the bell rang and then it was over, I was like, yes, did not waste my time.
Oh, that's why.
Thank you for moving on. Yeah, so
Okay.
it did what it needed to do in my mind.
Noah agreed with me. He said Orton versus Rusev, F, fucking ridiculous.
Juan says they buried Rusev, but he gives it a C. And, wow, tied up. And Ellsworth and Enzo in a tied up on a train track match is what Noah wants to see.
Oh my god.
That's actually kind of funny.
Absolute
kind of-
perfect squash match is what Austin Goldman says. So he's right there with you, Rob.
Good.
Enzo on a pole?
Enzo
Oh
on a
my
pole match.
God.
Only if they shove it up his ass.
All right. All right.
Only if Judy Bagwell is also there.
Oh.
Okay. So let's move on now. Next on our sheet, maybe not the card, for the SmackDown Women's Title, 12-minute match between Naomi and Natalya. Adam, you go ahead and go first here.
I gave it a B minus.
Okay.
I was a little shocked that there was no Carmella, but the ending didn't really leave an opening for Carmella. You know, Natty was standing tall. There was no question there. I thought there was some good exchanges. One of my biggest things that I hated is Naomi crying in the match. I'm sorry. If we're supposed to be treating these women differently, don't cry in the middle of the match after you lose your title.
There's no crying in wrestling.
Something about that just didn't sit right with me. But Natty showed that she can go. The problem is her character. It's always been her character. I don't know if it's going to change as a champion, but I mean, result-wise, I could give 2 fucks. The match, B-.
All right, Stevie.
I gave it a B. I thought the outcome was actually shocking to me, and always refreshing, and there's actually good moves throughout. So, and I guess Natty deserves some kind of title for as long as she's been there. So.
Oh yeah, Golda.
I also gave it a B-. I maybe would have gave it a B, but your girl's eye makeup was horrible.
Oh my God, you fucking picky asses.
Hey, Natty is a former Divas champ.
Okay, look here, look. Okay, I gave it a B, so I'm within consensus here.
Yeah.
However, I do got to call it the fact that Adam that was bad. That was bad. The whole match, you were bitching like a little child the whole fucking match.
At Naomi.
While he's looking at his tablet.
Naomi, I'm telling you right now, if you do not look at that match and say Naomi has gone leaps and bounds better than she was, then you are being willfully ignorant or blind to it.
I mean, where she was, it's not that hard to get better.
Okay, all right. Look, she had the one where the slow kick where she tried to do the kick over the top rope. Okay, that was kind of fucked up. That could have been a timing issue with both the girls. Okay, that happened. There was one other moment where something was a little bit botchy, but it wasn't even that bad of a botch. I thought overall these girls worked well together. I thought Naomi looked strong. I thought Natalya, she looked strong.
I got to get my water. Keep going.
And I tell you one thing that is unfucking deniable. Can you shut that freezer, please? That is unfucking deniable about the end of that match. And you don't see this very often. I feel like I want to wait for his ass to come back in here for this. Is he really? Did he just leave the show to go get his?
And his water that he put in, in the liquor mixing cup,
a measuring cup.
Let me tell you something, guys. I have dozens of cups in my home.
Like a bowl this time.
You have an entire cabinet full
I do,
of cups.
and either he's going to drink out of my measuring cup, or he's got my liquor mixing cup right now, which is it's almost disrespectful that he never uses an actual cup. Anyway, so here's what I was going to say. The one
you
thing
didn't finish?
No, I was waiting for you for this.
Oh, Jesus.
The one thing about that match that stood out to me was something that you don't see that often anymore. When Natalya won that belt, she stood tall.
Yeah.
She raised it up, and she said, and she had that, I won this, motherfuckers.
It got the lineage.
Yeah. She didn't drop her
knees. It wasn't her first one, though.
It don't matter. People win it all the time for second, third times, and they drop to their knees, and they cry, or they look like they're fucking like Dolph Ziggler. Every time he wins, he's like, oh, my God, I can't believe I barely got through that. She stood tall.
Naomi cried enough for her.
Yeah. All right, board, go ahead.
The board, let's see.
Austin Goldman said, glad Natalya won the match. He gave it a B.
Okay.
Perfect 11 said he gave it a C. Sorry, after watching Asuka and Ember Moon last night, this felt like a big step back in quality.
What a good match.
Well, it was fucking awesome. Yeah.
Let's just make a comment on that. NXT, and then you look at main roster women, it always feels like a step back.
Yeah.
It's not just this weekend.
Yeah.
And Chris Dykelether gave it a B. Good match. Didn't expect Natalya to win because they said they wanted to market the Glow title, which they invested all that time in the
always rematches.
Yeah, Austin says he agrees Naomi's gotten a lot better, and Noah also agrees with you, Rob.
Thank you.
Naomi did good in that match.
Thank you. Intelligent people.
Yeah, I just no more Glow title for you, Rob. What are you going to do now?
Just since you mentioned it, we'll probably throw TakeOver in and out of here throughout the show since we actually don't do a reaction show for it. But the Ember Moon Asuka match, Ember Moon went in that match with a lot of doubters. She went in that match with people saying that she could not hang with Asuka. No, you can't. That kind of shit. And Ember Moon got a standing ovation leaving that ring, and it was deservedly so. That was a phenomenal women's match.
Before we went on, the loser gets that treatment.
Before we went on the air, Christopher Stykeleather in the chat board said that he heard a rumor that Ember's coming up and not Asuka.
I was thinking that same, like, there's a farewell kind of thing going on.
You mentioned it apparently already on the takedown, but I agree with you. I really think that Asuka's going to vacate it, and the champion of the Mae Young gets that belt.
I think that's the best option. But you know what? If Ember comes up, here's the thing about people coming up from NXT to the main roster. There's no timetable. I think when you're ready, you're ready. And I don't think Ember Moon is going to be any more ready than she is now.
Right.
So to bring her up is safe. She's going to come up.
Do her thing.
Yeah, she still needs work when it comes to her speaking ability. But honestly, guys, she's better than a lot of the girls on the main roster at it. So, if she's not as good as the girls in NXT, that's because it's fucking NXT. But, they got an influx of a lot of women coming in. They can afford to lose Ember Moon to the main roster with all the new girls coming in. Okay? All right.
real quick sidebar.
Yeah.
All of us thought that Carmella was going to cash in.
Yeah.
And she
big
didn't.
shocker.
I'm glad.
Her and Ellsworth are getting so much heat from having that briefcase.
I
don't think she
love
should
it.
cash in anytime soon.
I'm glad they didn't cash in.
No.
You don't want to get her
thank you.
buried like Baron.
Yeah, why would you do? Why would you have the Baron thing and then have her cash in tonight? That would just
Now that Natty won it, yeah.
shoot. You have your first time with two briefcases and you blow your wad in one weekend.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
That's
come on.
very valid.
All right, so let's get rid of that one. Oh, here we go. Cesaro versus Shield 2.0 for the title. Shield takes it and the belts.
Rambros.
I think we all picked them, didn't we?
We all did.
Okay. 20 minutes and 30 seconds. I gave it a B, and I'll let you guys go more detailed into it. My only thing about it is where I like the match, I think it could have been 5 minutes shorter. Honestly.
Easily.
Yeah, very much so. So let's go to Steve first here.
I gave it an A-. I enjoyed the outcome, and the Shield tease, even though it's kind of corny, I kind of digging how that's working out right now. So, and it gives time for Sheamus to leave. So.
Okay, Adam.
I got a B- too. I think it's pretty obvious. I just hope, like I said this a little earlier, I like doing the rematch tomorrow night and having the Shield get completely destroyed by AOP's debut. Revival's gone for a while. They need to do something with the division.
So you're putting AOP on Raw if you do that. I just don't think they're going to go on Raw.
There is no tag division.
On Raw there is.
SmackDown. That's why they're going to Raw. That's my point.
Oh, you just think it's going to be a really bad decision
right now, but they'll
empty.
fix it later with a shakeup or something.
I think you're absolutely 100% wrong, and I think your thought is dumb. Here we go. Let's go with Golda.
You're dumb.
I have a B+. It was a very exciting match. They had the tandem moves with Dean and Seth, I thought, were very good considering they really haven't wrestled together in over 3 years.
Okay. Yeah.
And they let Cesaro look real strong throughout the match, knowing that Sheamus is getting ready to leave to go film his movie.
I completely agree with that. Adam, what we got on the board there?
On the board, Sheamus and Cesaro for Noah. He says B+. Cesaro popping that beach ball was incredible.
Yes.
It was great. So great.
So I like that. Juan says very predictable. Austin Goldberg tag match was great. I give it an A. So
welcome Allie H to the board.
Yeah,
Allie H.
And Teddy Hart says, I'm late, guys.
Hi, Teddy.
Allie H, I'll read since her first comment. So Nakamura kicks out 3 ass, but no callus is some superpower, and he loses 1, 2, 3. Oh, the Colossus. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, man.
And then Cesaro Shield, perfect 11, B+. I think you probably found the best 2 guys to get over Cesaro, and everyone worked really well together, and the beach ball spot was hilarious.
I agree with all those points. I also agree with Juan. It says it was a very predictable.
Yeah.
It was a very predictable match.
The funniest thing about the beach ball thing is I was telling Kiara about how when I went to the Raw After Mania last year in Dallas, that they were had like 5 beach balls going around, and they were all chanting, "Hey, we want some beach ball." And then one of the security guys actually exploded and ruined one of the balls. Right as I said that, Cesaro goes in the crowd and ruins the beach ball.
Yeah.
At the exact same time I said that.
Great.
Amazing.
Stack Leather, I give the match an A with that win. Dean is a Grand Slam winner, WWE US IC Tag Team title. Wow.
Yeah, and that is Seth Rollins' second tag title because he won it in the Shield before with Roman.
No. Wait.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. You're right.
That was when you weren't really watching.
No. I was watching then. No. That's when I first started.
That's when he first started puking in the bucket over Roman.
I actually liked Roman back then, believe it or not. Let's move on to our next women's title match. 13 minutes and 18 seconds. Alexa Bliss versus the boss, Sasha. And Golden, why don't you start this one out?
I'm going to give this one a B. It was a good match. I enjoyed it. They both had good spots going back and forth. I just don't agree with Sasha winning, but that's just me.
That's all you got? That's just me? Why not? You just don't like Sasha?
No, it's not that. I don't...
I'm waiting.
Great analysis.
It's not that I don't like Sasha. She hasn't really done anything for me in months. And it's not like they've really built her up other than the last pay-per-view. It just came out of nowhere. Like, she didn't have any other rivalries that she won, but she didn't. Then all of a sudden, she's winning a title.
Yeah, I have to agree with him completely. I feel like that they did this curveball just to put the curveball in place because we wouldn't potentially not see it coming because, the program changed with Bayley and whatnot.
That's part of the reason why, Bayley being injured kind of threw a wrench in the works on that.
Right, and they start this match right after a great No Mercy commercial with Alexa Bliss and all her Harley Quinn doppelgangers and stuff like that. And
she's still a headliner.
I know, but it just, I don't know. Sasha now again, fourth. I mean, it's the first time I guess she's won it on a pay-per-view, but this is her fourth title reign already.
Yeah, I would like
and none of them significant.
Right.
Moving up there with Charlotte Flair.
None of them memorable.
The only way I will really like it is that if Asuka comes up and has a program with Alexa, which will leave, I guess, Nia Jax having a program with Sasha, because they've kind of been jabbing at each other for a couple months now.
Sasha has always gotten the better of Nia, though. Always.
I don't like Asuka and Alexa. I think that
too similar.
I think that crushes Alexa.
Yeah. I think it might even expose her.
Which a great.
You notice that No Mercy commercial? Yeah, she actually had masks like Asuka almost. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's your grade, bud?
I give it a solid A. I enjoyed it. I thought there was good moves. Alexa plays the heel like nobody's business, and Sasha winning was a big surprise to me.
Yeah, I gave it an A as well. Alexa and Sasha, I thought they worked well together. I didn't see a bunch of botchiness. Great moves, great intensity. You know, there's always rumors that they have real heat backstage beyond what they say on the show. But I mean, reading the dirt sheets, you hear that. I don't know if that played a part into it with these two, but I thought they worked well together. I'm okay with Sasha being the champion. I think that Sasha, I've seen Sasha have a significant title reign in NXT. I know she can be a fantastic champion. I think the key here to her being a champion is the heel move.
That she's not a heel.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean she can't go to being one as a champion.
You know, Bayley needs to be the heel.
Yeah.
What other faces do they have?
On the board, Sasha and Bliss, C+. For Noah, nothing special, but Sasha was looking yummy. Alexa should still be champ. She has better character and more charismatic. Juan says, Stike Leather, I give the match an A. Hopefully they can build to a Sasha Bayley program at Mania. She has broke her Brooklyn curse, he also wants to point out.
Yeah.
Austin Goldberman, good match. I wanted Bliss to win. I hope Banks keeps the title longer than a week. That would be preferable, I would think. Otherwise, you squash Bliss for no reason. Perfect 11. C, I love Alexa Bliss, the character, but I'm still waiting for her to have a good match on the main roster. Wow.
Really?
He says that he agrees, though, that the Sasha win came out of nowhere. I don't know. I think Alexa's been going strong. You must have missed some. And
she gets a rematch.
I've never had a problem with her.
And Berto says, just finished watching this goofy-ass show. Stike Leather says also, Asuka should face Charlotte.
Yeah, Asuka and Charlotte that's an inevitable.
That should be at Mania.
Yeah, that's a Mania match.
I would think that would be a great one.
If not Mania, maybe Rumble.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe start the program at Rumble.
Okay. So overall, I think we got A's and B's. I saw a couple C's in there, but A's and B's mainly.
Pretty good for a women's match.
Yeah, no, the women held their own tonight.
They did. Two one-on-ones, no interference, straight up. Good job.
Yeah. And again, the only cruiserweight match was the one in the the pre-show.
Yeah, but 13, you didn't need another one.
No, I agree. I'm just saying some of these matches could have we didn't have to have Orton and Rusev. That didn't need to happen. Big Show and Cass, that could have been a Raw match and been done with it.
Even Bray and Finn, what
possibility?
Yeah, that feud was built up to be that.
Well, let's get there. Hold on. Okay, so AJ and KO for the U.S. title, 16 minutes and 55 seconds. Adam,
I gave it a B+. I think it was a solid match. I really, really like the way they did all the spots with Shane. I thought those were well worked. I just thought toward the end it was like, okay, how are we going to wrap this up? And the ending for me is what went down a little bit because this feud has gone on so long. Even though he gave him so many finishers to close him out, I still felt like this rivalry deserved a better ending, and that's why I only gave it a B+.
Okay, Stevie?
For many of the reasons you just mentioned, I gave it an A+. I thought they worked well in the ring together. The storytelling throughout the night was great. The false finishes, AJ sells like a motherfucker. He came out in his KO gear, Kevin, just to know, kind of like just put this whole U.S. thing to bed, and maybe he can start anew as the prize fighter again.
I couldn't, man. His sales are so good.
Right.
I'll go
so good.
So I'm going to give it an A. Solid match. The pace to me was awesome because it was. I hate it when guys do the move here, and then they kind of walk around and do the what do you call it on the video game? The taunt. They just kind of do the taunt for a few minutes. And then
that's how you get your health back on the game.
Well, true.
Maybe that's what it is in real life.
Maybe, but this one was strike attack, move. high spot. It was
Yes, Golda Pop.
I know it was. I thought it was a fun match, and Steve, you hit it nail on the fucking head, my friend.
I know.
Fucking storytelling, having KO and AJ and interacting with Shane, best story in the ring of the night,
easily.
Period.
You don't know
bar none.
Where Shane's allegiance gonna fall after this either, so that adds to it.
That's right.
Down the road.
Everybody done this one?
No.
Oh, go ahead, Golden. I'm sorry.
I gave it an A-. I feel it was their best match that they've had since they started having their U.S. title series. What, 3 months ago? 2 months ago?
Yeah.
And the best part for me was the fact that Shane's interaction in the match.
It was great.
How, like, at first he was kind of favoring Kevin a little bit. He fast counted on AJ that one pinfall.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, towards the end, he's looking out for AJ.
Right.
And then him and KO kind of have a little bit of a dust up, and then it leads to AJ's win.
You're absolutely agree.
Austin Gobelman says that match was fun to watch. Noah gives it a B-. Good match. I like the drama they added into the match with KO and Shane, leading to their inevitable program.
Sure.
Berto says they blow these matches on TV, so it's nothing special on pay-per-view. That's just Berto being negative, as always.
Yeah.
Stike leather match was B because it was predictable AJ would win. Now it will be Team Shane versus TKO at Survivor Series. We've talked about that a lot.
Possibly.
And Juan, AJ, best wrestler in WWE, no doubt about it.
No argument there.
Yeah, we're not disagreeing.
Yeah, I just was thinking of a point here. Damn it. It was a really good one.
I had one too.
I want us to remember this moment right now, because I think whether it was last pay-per-view or sometime in the recent past, where we were bitching, well, not me, but others on the show were bitching about the KO AJ match, the last one they had, just being lackluster with these two great talents, blah, blah, blah. And I made the comment, don't get caught up in that, because they're going to save the best for last. And that's exactly what they did in this case.
I don't know if it was the best of the whole program, but it was good.
Well, it needs to be the last, and you need to move on to different programs.
Please.
Berto says, so you guys don't agree? Thy blow the matches?
Yes.
You blow the matches?
We agree, Berto.
Shakespearean.
By doing them early, we agree that they don't set up the feud. I would have, like, Jinder and Shinsuke never fought before tonight. Not to get ahead of ourselves, but I'm just saying I like that style versus having these one-on-one matches leading up to a pay-per-view match. It definitely does weaken it because it's not the first time that these guys fought. Like Bray and Finn, that's going to be our next one we talk about.
Yeah.
They just fought on Monday.
I think they got out of order. With a lot of these rivalries, and what I mean by that is, as you notice, a lot of times you start a program on a Raw or SmackDown, right, and then you have it carry for a few weeks on there with some interactions here and there, whatever the case may be. You get a pay-per-view match, and then it's not over. You carry it over a little bit more, and then you finish it at a Big Four. Like Big Four is usually where you finish. Well, a lot of these pay-per-views, these rivalries in this pay-per-view, were started kind of not that long ago. And they didn't kind of get it to where they didn't have the rubber matches before SummerSlam. So they're like, shit, we got to do these rubber matches.
Yeah, there's so many pay-per-views now.
Well, right.
And can't squeeze them all in.
Right. So you threw these rubber matches in the week prior, the go-home shows, and maybe before, but go-home shows, you threw these rubber matches in, and then you have them fight, 3-4 days later to reset the rivalries in different directions. So I understand why it happened. And it goes back to the reports of lazy writing and booking. When they finally realized, holy shit, the test is coming, I haven't studied yet. Let me jump on that shit.
Yeah, the point you just made leads to our next match.
And our next match is going to be Bray and Finn Bálor. So let's go ahead, Goldie. You seem excited about this one.
I gave it a B-.
Okay.
I feel like it could have been better than it was. But Bray's face when the demon first came out,
good.
He looked like he was scared shitless.
Okay.
And usually he has that cocky look on his face, like he's about to fuck somebody up. He looked like he just dropped a big old deuce in his pants.
He looked like if two guys are about to get into a bar fight, and one's like a big fucking Braun Strowman looking dude, and the other one's like a smaller dude, and then the big dude's like think he's gonna crush him, and the small dude comes out and does like a fucking air karate set real quick in front of him, and he looks at him kind of like, oh, okay, all right, so this is gonna be that way, all right, that's what I got from him. But go ahead and finish your grade.
That was it.
Oh, B-, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, Stevie.
I gave it a B+. I was expecting a little bit more out of Bray's entrance. I thought he'd crawl all the way to the ring and stuff like that, but...
You mean Finn?
I mean, did I say... Yeah, I meant Finn.
Stroking out again.
Go ahead, Adam.
I gave it a C. This wasn't as impressive to me as it could have been. it showed that Bray, to me, got exposed because he can't work with somebody like Finn. That's what my takeaway was. Finn looked good, but Finn looked limited. He looked like he was handcuffed by the fact that he had to work with Bray.
Yeah.
And so that's why I gave this a C. I couldn't give it a better grade because of that.
Yeah, I gave it a B, and I completely agree with that point. That to me, watching it, I thought to myself, Finn looks like he's limited. He looks like he could do so. I know he could do so much more, but Bray kind of, he holds him back because you can't do much with Bray. He's a big boy, and maybe he's only got so much ability.
And maybe that's the whole problem with Bray. Maybe we just finally figured it out. Is that's why he can't get over. That's why he can't win these rivalries.
That's the big difference between him and Kevin Owens.
Right.
They're both about the same size, but Kevin Owens has all the athleticism to still make everything look good.
Yeah.
And whereas Bray needs to lose about 40 pounds.
He needs to eat gluten-free worlds.
Stevie out of the park.
Right. But for me, the Finn and Bray match was exactly what I thought it was going to be. I gave it a B. It's exactly what I thought it would be. The only thing I was looking forward to was the Demon entrance, and they shot the wad all over Monday Night Raw on that one, so I knew it was coming. Even though I kind of thought it was anyway, I wanted to have that surprise. You totally... I mean, I don't know. I like it. I like a challenge, you know?
They had us salivating, and they didn't deliver.
Yeah, I feel like that really probably would have raised that at least a half a letter grade for all of us.
Sure.
Not knowing it was going to all of a sudden, it's like, do, and then you see all the smoke come out. We all would have lost our shit.
That you mocked Bray's, promo.
I mean, you ruined...
Before his actual one.
Which that was pretty cool. I like that. But you ruined the major pop for this moment. That's what this match was all about, just bringing back the Demon. Don't pretend it was anything other than that. Only thing it was about was bringing back the Demon, and you fucked that up. Board.
The board, they're just agreeing Bray was not a good wrestler. Stike Leather, B-. Loved how they used Bray's song in Finn's entrance. That was probably the best part about it, honestly. B- for Noah. Marked out a little like a teenage girl at the MCR concert for Finn's entrance, and I thought Bray's was more entertaining match than he's had in the past 6 months. That's still not saying much.
No.
Perfect 11 to C. This would have meant more if they didn't give away the Demon gimmick. He's agreeing with you. Gobelman, B. Finn needs a main event push. Yeah, he needs to get back in the picture. And Adam owes Noah a segment on SmackDown. Finn versus Bray was a D. Terrible fucking match for Mr. Me there.
Adam owes Noah a segment on SmackDown.
And one thing I miss from, Prince Devitt when he was in New Japan,
yeah,
it was always a different Demon gimmick every time. It wasn't the same paint every single time.
Tonight was slightly different.
Yeah, tonight was kind of the generic.
But no, I'm with you. They've been kind of staying in that Carnage, staying right there in that area.
Yeah, they did enough change to where it didn't look like it was Carnage / Venom for copyright purposes.
Right.
But like he used to come out as the Joker, and he came out as the Punisher once. Like he always had these great ones. Obviously, you can't do that with the copyrights in the United States.
All right.
But they could do something.
Well, we've already spent longer than the 10 minutes and 41 seconds they spent on that match, so let's go ahead and move on to our next match. My pen has...
He's an angry...
My pen has died. Thank you, sir. I appreciate
that. You got it.
Yeah. So next one's going to be Cena versus Corbin. The match was 10 minutes and 13 seconds, and I give it a big sloppy D. The only reason I didn't give it an F because Cena didn't cut his hair, and you could see the bald spot.
Oh, it was blatant too.
That was it. I don't care who goes next about this one.
I gave it. Let's see. What did I give it? I gave it a C only because the comment Cena made when he was next to the announce table when he said that he ain't ready, he ain't thinking about it. He's still thinking about Tuesday, man. His mind's not in the game. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, he looked like he did not know where he was at. You were at SummerSlam against John Cena. And you looked, you did not step up for that moment.
Do you know how many wrestlers would kill to have a Big Four match with John fucking Cena?
Yeah.
He is Mr. WWE right now.
He is garbage. He needs to find a new career. Stevie.
I gave it a C- because maybe once and for all, he's going to be just out of here. If you can't get over tonight, there's no help for you. And he took his damn shirt off. Like, no.
Oh, God, that crowd's reaction when he took that shirt off. No. Adam.
Hello.
You know, when he took that shirt off, he got more of a pop than he did when he walked down the ramp.
That's true.
Zero pop.
The pre-show people can claim that there was nobody in their seats. He has no fucking excuse because everybody makes sure they get their butts in the seat for the start of the show, and he got nothing.
Nothing.
I almost feel bad. Like, I think this is almost so bad that it tarnishes Cena for having been involved in this. Like, this is the first time I can think of since Cena became a main event that he kicked off SummerSlam, and he kicked off with this dog shit performer on the other side opposing him. Oh, you know, I can't shit on this enough.
Cena would have been better as like the official host of SummerSlam, and all he'd come out and do is cut a promo when it started. That would have been a better booking for Cena in this situation.
Or tried to hype Jinder and Knock better with, something there. Like,
we'll get there.
I'm just saying, like, he could. You're right, Rob. He could have done anything better. The board is pretty much shitting all over it. Noah says D, boring match. Not an F because I was eating cheesy bread during it.
Cheesy post.
F for Mr. Me. Cena's a massive fruity pebble fag, and Corbin is a bald, boring bitch. Stike Leather, a B because Cena's haircut.
Okay, Ron Burgundy, can you please try to edit some of the things you say?
Cena haircut looked like an old school thugonomics Cena for Stike Leather and Perfect 11. D, I actually thought Corbin might go over just to get the heat back after losing the briefcase. You were very wrong, 11. Sorry. Very wrong.
Yeah, fuck you, San Diego.
Yeah, and Noah says last SummerSlam Cena Open was 03-04. That was when he was chasing U.S. titles, so that made sense.
Golda brought up a great point that this was Cena's first win in 6 years.
6 years.
Which we talked about in the trivia show on Monday night. So,
and you had a good point we were talking about during the match.
Not a quality win.
About Corbin's T-shirt sales. Like, what kind of sales do they have?
I want to see. I would like to see what Corbin's number is for merch. I don't think I'd be. I've never met anybody with any interest in buying his shirts. Period. At all. Done.
Once you realize they're his.
Change the wolf to a dumpster, and you're good.
Because all his, yeah, exactly, Stevie. Because he always has really nice shirts. Like I said during the show, if that was an Aleister Black shirt, the exact same shirt, but it had Aleister Black on it would fly off the fucking shelves.
Yeah.
Because they're always nice shirts, but they're bearing fucking dumpster trash Corbin shirts.
All right, well, that was 10 minutes and 13 seconds of my life I will never get back. Our next match here is going to be Jinder versus Nakamura for the WWE title. 11 minutes, 25 seconds. I'll just start this one out. I'm going to give it a D. So, following the last match, a D. I mean,
I'm right there with you.
If this is what you're going to book for the King of Strong Style, not the fucking artist known as, if this is what you're going to book for Nakamura, then don't book it.
Agreed.
Just don't fucking book it.
That's the best statement you can make about this, honestly.
It was horrible. In no way did Jinder Mahal allow... Nakamura is a dynamic, strong style wrestler, and if you're not used to strong style yet, I get it. I'm still grasping with it myself. But you have to pair him up with somebody who can go in that.
Right.
And you take Jinder Mahal, 3MB, who came back and got a title simply for a gimmick push to try to get a geographical push for India. This is not the guy. This is not the talent level. This is not the talent level.
Now, someone like AJ Styles, maybe.
Absolutely, but that's a Mania match. But Jinder, it could have been many other people. It could have been Apollo Crews. Many other people on that roster would have been a better matchup for Nakamura.
20 years from now, if people are going to have like a trivia, who was Nakamura's first loss in the main roster? When they find out it was Jinder Mahal, they're going to say, it was fucking Jinder Mahal?
Yes.
If they go and watch it, they're going to go, that's how it happened?
That too. But here's the other thing that pisses me off where I give it a D. And fuck, I'm almost on, I might just go ahead and transition to an F right now while I'm getting pissed about it. But
you are getting hot.
This is Vince McMahon's moment to say, well, you guys wanted me to push the goddamn Japan guy, so I did. I pushed him to the title. So there you go. You happy now?
Yeah, but then you shit on him, Vince.
Yeah. So where's Nakamura with the title now? Is it going to continue? Is this program going to continue? Or are they going to push Nakamura to the side and make him do fucking sideshows? I just, to me...
Yeah, where does it go from here?
This is horrible.
U.S. title?
If they thought that they're the fucking... Punjabi J&J security was going to be the factor to excuse this match, they were fucking wrong.
They were wrong.
Adam.
I gave it a C. I thought Nakamura did his best with what was there. I thought it was the worst booking ending ever. The exchanges that he had with even the Sing 1 and Sing 2, Sing security, whatever the fuck they are. Jinder looked like Roman. If you did a cool kid count tonight, that's what he did. The King of Strong Style, I feel, is so versatile. I felt he was more handcuffed than Finn against Bray. And I feel like maybe Shinsuke is getting the same treatment he did on NXT, where his matches kept getting a little longer and showcasing more and more of his style.
Yeah.
But this match just failed in doing anything. And I fear for where Shinsuke goes from here. Like, is there any reason for a rematch or any? I mean, I don't know where we go from here. This feels like just scratch your head booking.
I don't know who to drown in the fucking horse's trough first. Should it be Vince or should it be Road Dogg? Who's responsible for this shit right here?
I want to say Vince, absolutely.
You want to say Vince, Stevie?
I gave it a D+ only because Shinsuke's entrance was great. Otherwise, not. I didn't really care for the outcome. Too many uses of the Singh brothers. You have to get a little bit more creative with how you win. Hook or crook or not.
Hey, big shout out to the violin player. For many who didn't know, I think he popped the string after his intro there, and he played the whole song in I think a one step down, but he still made it work. So big props,
like a boss.
Big props to that guy. You got yours, Golden, for this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Board.
The board is all over the place. Perfect 11. Jinder did not actually.
Are you playing your fucking video game?
No, Jinder didn't know actual wrestling. Is what Perfect 11. He said literally none, and I got to agree with that. Berto D-. Get the belt off Jinder already. He's boring people in India. Don't even gravitate toward him.
No, they don't.
He's Canadian. Worst WWE champs: Mahal, Reigns, Yokozuna, Miz, in that order, in my opinion. Wow, I don't know about Miz, but not too bad. Mr. Me says Jinder's fat, superior to Nakamura. Not trolling, it's just a fact. You're wrong. And Stikelether, that match was an F. If you didn't want Shinsuke to win the title, he should have at least won by countout or DQ. And that's what I said right before the match. I said, watch Nak win by DQ or something. Don't take the heat off of him.
Wait. Okay, so the Adam owes Noah a segment on SmackDown. We're going to call you Fake Adam.
That's Mr. Me.
Okay, Mr. Right. So Jinder is fat superior, is what he's saying. Fat superior to Nakamura.
Yes.
Not trolling, just the fact. You think Jinder is superior to Nakamura?
Wow.
In what fucking universe are you and the Zim butt fucking each other?
He deserves a timeout for that.
Are you fucking serious?
Perfect 11 says he's guessing that they're trying to get the Colossus over as a killer finishing move. But fuck, the booking made no sense. How can the Singh brothers run into the ring, attack Shinsuke, and no DQ?
Right? Yeah.
That's a great point that we didn't. We were so pissed off about the ending
right there.
that we never even considered that. That should have been a DQ as soon as they got in the ring.
The rule is that they have to strike the competitor, and they didn't strike him.
Yeah, Shinsuke struck them.
Yeah.
Juan says he knew Nakamura was going to lose. D- for him. People not happy about it.
Yeah, we said that we don't know where it goes from here. What if it goes with Bobby Roode?
A heel?
Roode's kind of a tweener.
Let's not get excited because we said this on Thursday. Every time we have a major takeover, especially around a big four for the main roster, we always start to put these. We always start to do the rollout fucking cart where we put all these. I'm going to put Ember Moon in. I'm going to put Asuka. I'm going to put Bobby Roode and put AOP and put everybody in this cart and push them to the main roster. And let's not get excited. They lost titles last night. Yes. Are they going to move up right away? Normally not the case. Not saying it won't happen, but normally not the case. It's going to be a right away. It has happened.
With Roode, I really think it will. But with the way the ending happened at TakeOver.
Yeah. So Roderick Strong gets screwed out of that, or
I think they have one more match because usually they when they move up, they still have finished one more taping set.
Yeah.
Usually, like KO, same thing.
But we won't know that for 2 weeks because this Wednesday for NXT will be whatever they taped before TakeOver.
Their pre-show. We heard Iconic was on there.
They were there in Brooklyn, so yeah.
But we won't get any kind of blowback. They might do some promo segments they didn't film there, but you won't hear much about it till 2 weeks from now.
Regal said that Roderick Strong would fight him if he won 2 weeks, so that might be Bobby's exit.
So Roddy gets a win over Bobby. Bobby's gone.
Yes.
Something. Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. So we're done with that.
Juan says Bobby ain't coming till Rumble.
Oh, no way. No way.
Again, I'm with him on that. Like I want Roddy to come up, but Bobby. I'm sorry,
and
Bobby.
Berto's right with you. Being a hater, an angry elf, there he says he hates the NXT call-up predictions every month as well.
Yeah,
every month it gets old, but this is usually.
Yeah, I mean, I look, I'm guilty of it. I've been as long as I've been covering NXT, I'm always like, oh, they're gonna go up, they're gonna go up, and you know what? And normally I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Like I'm right that they are the next ones going up, but I'm wrong about when they're going up.
Well, the only one we've really been wrong about was Almas. We thought he was going up after.
I thought
after
almost a
WrestleMania.
bit. Yeah, I thought almost would have been. After Mania, and I was.
Well, Noah says Bobby is coming up soon. He's going to end up getting left in the dust by Cole and Red Dragon if he stays in NXT.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Well, and since we're on the topic a little bit of takeover, that's why for me, not to perpetuate this, that's why I think AOP is going up, because you had Fish and O'Reilly showed, or
yeah,
you had them show up. Exactly.
O'Reilly.
Why would they if AOP was going to get a rematch, why would they show up and attack Sanity, like starting their program? Same with Adam Cole. Why is he showing up to attack McIntyre?
Yeah.
It's starting his program. Why? Because Bobby and AOP, I feel, are going away. And I just hope that fantasy of Asuka just leaving the title for the Mae Young Classic champ, which, by the way, they're doing the bracketology tonight. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah. All right.
It's already happened, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was thinking about that. You're like, I want to watch that afterwards. You can watch it afterwards, but I'm watching Game of Thrones afterwards.
Yeah, because even if Ember and Asuka both go up, like we're speculating, I mean, you have Kairi Hojo or Kairi Sane coming up. You have Bianca Belair coming up.
Yeah.
You know, Liv Morgan doesn't get any TV time.
Candice LeRae.
Shayna, the UFC
exactly.
fighter.
I mean, there's Shayna Baszler,
She's
yeah.
good. Yeah.
There's so
Lacey
many.
Duvall or not Lacey?
That's her name.
The Marine, the blonde-haired Marine.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah, I knew who you meant.
Yeah.
It's a chick from Paris Island, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the big one? The big girl.
The one
Viper?
She looks like Alundra Blaze and Beth Phoenix mixed together, I think.
Yeah, right. All right, here we go, guys. Let's jump into it. Our main event, Brock Lesnar, Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, 20 minutes and 50 seconds. The entrances took 6 minutes and 8 seconds, which is cool.
No surprise.
No, it wasn't too long. Man, God, I mean,
all the marked out moments happened in this match.
Dude, I'm not going to lie, from probably the Dean, the Shield versus Cesaro match, AJ woke me up. AJ KO woke me up. But then everything else, I was like sitting kind of getting tired. I was getting a little tired.
Well, Knock Jinder did nothing for you to wake you up.
Right. And then this match came out guns a fucking blazing. We all thought it was going to be a heroin fest for the first 15 minutes.
No.
There are moments, but not too bad.
I mean, did no one else? I thought it was going to be like
Samoa Joe took most heroin tonight.
We thought they're all going to beat up Brock, and he's going to be to the side, and then these three are going to do their thing for fucking 15 minutes, and then Brock's going to show up. It was totally not.
Right.
I mean, close to that.
Yeah, I said no as in, we were wrong.
Oh, yeah. We were definitely wrong there.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
I gave it an A+, man.
No, A+.
I gave it an A.
Yeah.
I gave it an A.
I mean, it definitely had all those marked out moments. The crowd chanting one more table when there was one more left for Brock.
I give it a B.
Whoa.
I give it a B.
Whoa.
Where the table shots for Brock were fucking unreal.
Dude, that first one.
They were so great. Braun in this match, fucking unreal.
I'm not finished with you.
Let me go to my nemesis. Steve, give it to me.
What? Dan.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's my cool kid count.
Uh-oh.
One kick, one stupid little cheesy slap my leg kick. We got 8 Superman punches, 8.
8.
We had 4 noodle arms in the corner. 1 drive-by. 3 spears. We had 5 uppercuts or punches. 1 really shitty Samoa drop, and 1 Irish whip. That was the cool kid count for Roman Reigns.
He did the pop-up Superman punch.
Right. This is why and most of the Superman punches were just fucking god. They were worse than Big Show's fucking punches.
His spears were bad, too.
The one on the outside
His one
with Brock
spear
was horrible.
The one spear with Brock through the banister was good. That was it.
Here's my fucking problem. Here's why I went B and not A. You had Samoa fucking Joe in that match.
Russell Benson joining us.
Welcome. Hey, Russell. Welcome. You had Samoa fucking Joe in that match, right? You had Braun fucking Strowman, and you had Brock Lesnar. And who got the most time in that match? I think Roman did. It seemed like it always
Roman or Braun.
Look,
it had to be Roman.
I get Braun.
Joe was wasted.
I get Braun. That's my point.
Right.
I get Braun and I get Brock. Obviously, you got to have those two tied up, which I think leads to something bigger for those two. They've teased it now. The crowd wants it. They have to give us that one-on-one. But for me, if I had to pick Samoa Joe getting a bunch of spots and fucking offense in that match versus Roman Reigns, I'm taking Samoa Joe every day. And instead, you gave me Roman Reigns in that shitty cool kid count that I just read for you.
Joe had a Kakina clutch is all I can remember Joe doing it all.
That's all I remember.
Joe was wasted, and I mean that was bad.
He had the one fat boy trip fall, whatever. What do they call that when he just kind of throws his back? He does the
Senton.
Run his senton.
I know that. I'm brain fart. But yeah, he did the one Fat Man Senton. But besides that, it was a bunch of cocaine clutches.
Mr. Me says D. He says Lesnar needs to go away. He sucks, and he hopes he chokes on Jimmy John's.
Well, that's what we thought he was going to lose, but
yeah,
I don't know how they're going to play
Mr.
this.
Me.
Birdo, Mr. Negative, A+. Only reason it doesn't get a solid A or A+ because Reigns was in it. Anyone notice the botch fest that Reigns created after Brock was stretchered out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Reigns was sloppy.
That's my point.
Oh, he hit
shit.
Fucking hit Brock in the side and cut his head.
I gave the match an A despite Roman Reigns. And Russell, our new guy on the board, match was strong A, even though Roman almost killed Braun with the steps, hitting him in the temple.
Yes.
That's what I was talking about.
That was fucked up. You always hit with any other part of the stairs. The two sides are always the safe part, and he threw the jagged
corners.
edge at him.
And here's to finish that. Then when he throws the fucking stairs over the ring onto the floor, not enough fucking awareness for his fellow worker that he just throws it and it fucking bounces and hits fucking Braun. It's like, how about some fucking awareness
you
here?
have to throw it a certain way.
Yeah, he's careless.
Very careless. Because the chair that Braun threw was thrown perfectly. Juan, he says he was swerved for once with Brock winning. So that's the other thing. We all thought Brock's done.
Not Medine.
Not Medine. Medine was the one who picked it.
Yeah.
And Medine was the one who won the night, edging me out in that main event. Medine got 9, our grand winner. I got 8.
See, perfect.
7 for Brian. 6 for Kiera and Steve. And the Cellar Dwellers.
Not last.
Golda and Rob, that side of the table, you guys sucked a dick tonight.
Hey, look, here's the thing.
13 matches, you guys didn't even get half right.
For being a Big Four main event, I think it produced. It absolutely produced. And again, in spite of Roman. And no, Noah, I do not love Roman because I talk about him so much. I talk about him so much because he's a fucking cancer on the business. And he's so much garbage. And somebody has to stand out there and go, stop this madness.
What my problem is that they made Braun look great, as they've done in the past.
Yeah, he was there live.
But him getting taken out the way he did, like, I felt like they needed to really do something to take Braun out of this match. Like a sequence of finishers. He gets the Superman punch, the F5 right in a row, and then something. Like, I just felt him being eliminated toward the end was not as believable for how strong he was up until that point.
Well, and you saw when he was slamming Reigns and Joe with the stairs on the outside after he just fucking got rid of fucking Brock, right? Hit him with the stairs, and he goes back in the ring, and almost immediately Roman's like, nope, not hurt anymore. I'm just going to start beating you up now with my one punch is going to fucking make you wobble. The one punch is going to make you wobble. Braun Strowman, who just destroyed the beast Brock Lesnar. I'm going to give you one let me say that one more time. I'm sorry. In case you didn't hear me one more time, I'm going to throw one punch at Braun Strowman, and he is going to start wobbling. At what point is suspension of belief beyond the fucking pale? No, sir. No.
Berto says when he saw Roman wearing the red vest, he said, oh, no, Seth and Dean are helping, and the red shield with the red belts are back. I said that because I noticed the red, too, and, of course, we saw it on Seth. So I was there with you, Berto. I thought I was going to be right for sure.
So the question I have for that is, I mean, do we see now is Braun and Brock an inevitability?
Where did the 4 go from this? Except for there. And poor Joe. Where does he go?
I know, and then Roman, Berto says, when I saw Roman wearing the red vest, I said, no, Seth and Dean are going to help out in the red shield. And maybe that's going to be, oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just read that.
All right.
Good job, Steve.
Yeah.
No, Joe, I have no idea. I mean, this leaves him kind of in the, I mean, what's another, Finn? But he just had NXT in Finn. I don't know if that's really where you want to go. Who's another big name that can hang with Joe right now? I mean, Seth
did Joe and Bray go against the Shield?
I hope not.
I mean, they're talking about maybe moving Randy Orton over if they have a shake-up. Maybe him and Orton.
No. Well, they're saying Orton and Finn are going to trade sides. So, yeah, I mean, Joe and Orton might not put on a bad program. The problem is what will they allow them to do? Because they right now, I feel like they've left the training wheels on Joe. They gave him – I'm worried Shinsuke is going to get the same treatment. They gave him a main event match. He lost for the title like at a pay-per-view, and then what have we done?
Yeah, my problem with Joe and Randy is, and kind of going to like you said, training wheels on Joe. They kept Joe limited, right? And Randy, as we talked about during the fucking pay-per-view, Randy has done the same thing. Are you talking about? I think Tuesday you talked about this. Randy's done the same thing in every match for fucking a decade.
Yeah, he limits himself.
Oh yeah, we could book that match, and Randy would go, "Yep, that's what I do."
Yeah, and that does not help Joe in any kind of way. And I don't think Randy. And honestly, you might think I'm crazy here.
Yeah, but Joe's headed for Bray treatment. That's why.
Well, no, you're right. You're right. But I you might think I'm crazy here. But in my world, in my mind, Randy Orton is no longer the type of name that gets you over to the next level.
Thomas Strubel's here. Welcome, Thomas.
Thomas, up, bitches.
Yeah, I think Brock's next program is with Braun.
It has to be, right?
Yeah, especially when they had him dominate him so much so early.
There has to be a revenge thing going on now.
Because I mean, rumor was that him and Braun were supposed to be the SummerSlam matchup before he got hurt.
Okay.
So maybe they'll do a singles thing for Brock's next.
They cannot give to the universe what they gave us tonight, and then ignore that and move on from it. They have to give us Brock versus Braun.
Because he manhandled him.
I'm just worried that they're going to rush it. Or the other thing, can Braun carry a program with Brock not being on TV?
Yeah, absolutely. All he's got to do is come out and say, I'm not. Wait.
He's just going to attack everybody else.
Brock Lesnar.
He's just going to come out and he's going to say this every week.
I'm not finished with you.
And that's all you got to do. You know, and he'll beat up Heyman a little bit here and there. And, you know, they'll have a scuffle and they'll have the locker room come out and break them up. And, I mean, it's an easy program. It really is an easy program.
Golda's #1 fan is here, Sierra, and she says, is Golda here? If he's not, fuck my life.
No, Golda is in the house.
Oh,
say hello.
Yeah, she's been asking about you since you've been gone.
Well, what's up, Shouty? Shouty!
Shouty. All right. Anything else on this match, guys?
Mr. Me.
No, I think we just need to go to the awards.
Yeah.
Okay. Real quick, I want to read. I want to do my Roddy Rob's bullet points. This is what I had in my notes. All right, here we go. First, Elias. The line, when did Brooklyn lose his balls? Great. Baron Corbin is garbage. My next bullet point. Next one, up, down, down with a better looking belt than WWE. My next bullet point, Naomi's jacket was awesome. I don't care what you think. Next bullet point, say what you want about Natty. She held that title high. Next one, where the fuck was the club? Next one, how quick Cesaro locked in that Scorpion Deathlock. Holy shit, that was awesome. AJ KO match of the night, I said that. Why even book Jinder and Naka, said that. I want to see Braun do more than power slams. I liked Braun in that match, but I want to see him do more than power slams. That is basically a lot of what he did.
And that kind of a match.
Yeah. And finally, after that, you must have Brock versus Braun. Those are my bullet points from my notes I want to share with you.
The board says, Sierra Ann specifically, Golda, she wants to hear you call someone a scrub.
Why are you a scrub, Adam?
All right, there you go.
All right.
What was up with Sasha's thing, too? What the hell was that?
Oh, the peacock thing?
Oh, that was ugly.
I don't know. All right, so here we go. Let's do our Slam Awards, our SummerSlam Awards, as kind of like we usually do. You guys can play along. Our first one is going to be our LOL Award, as normal on Raw. So LOL Award board, put them out there. The funniest moment of the night for you from SummerSlam. Let's start the proceedings on the panel with Adam Bomb.
Mine is probably going to be a little shocking, but John Cena post-match, I thought it was funny. He was going up the ramp really trying to, seem like this meant something, but you could clearly see that even he was like, I can't believe I came back to get booked with fucking Baron Corbin.
A to the men.
So I laughed.
There you go. Stevie.
The overuse of the poop emoji tonight. Whether it be on Enzo's butt or actually a sign right in the front row. Like, damn, man.
Goldie.
For me, it was Kiera's constant defending of her phone addiction while we were watching the show.
Kiera is addicted to social media. I'm sure you'll yell at me later for this.
You're funny, Thomas Struble.
And she's down on her phone like, what are you doing? I'm on IG. 5 minutes later, what are you doing? I'm on Facebook. 5 minutes later, what are you doing? I'm looking at Twitter. Have you watched any of the matches? No, what just happened? Everything. Everything just happened.
And don't forget, I love these new filters on Snapchat.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, she's talking about catching the rainbow in the Skittles filter in the middle of the fucking match. I'm like, what the fuck,
Oh,
Kiera?
God, Kiera. All right. LOL on the board, anything?
Noah.
LOL to me was Thomas Struble saying that Golda should throw Sierra and the Bratwurst.
Yeah, I don't like
And
jail.
then finding out that she's 15 and going, oh, wait, delete.
Adam's not going to do any of the LOLs on the board right now.
She's just
Noah's
15
sex
years
life
old.
from Mr. Me. Sierra Ann, her LOL is Adam for being a scrub.
If I could fly. That it? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
so far, yeah.
I'm sure we'll get more. Let's go ahead and move on now to let's see, the Summer Squash. Summer
That's an
Squash
easy
Award.
one.
Yeah, squash. I don't agree with you on that.
Well, yeah, there were so many.
There were
It's tough
so
to
many
pick.
squashes
Yeah.
tonight. But let's let Gold to start this one out.
It has to be poor Rusev.
Poor Rusev.
The one person really tonight that absolutely needed the win besides Baron Corbin was Rusev.
Rusev squash.
And he lost in 9 seconds.
Yeah. Stevie.
It's got to be Baron Corbin for me.
Okay. Adam.
Baron Corbin.
So I had at first I put
His
Rusev.
career's over.
Yeah, at first I put Rusev and I scratched it out, and then I put Baron. I scratched it out, and then I put
All right, Medine.
Then I put Nakamura.
Oh,
I agree with that. Give yourself a coin, Rob.
Thank you.
I don't know. The Colossus is such a fabulous finish.
Oh, and Jinder is so much better than him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm bald, so let's stop
late
comparing me to
LOL.
every bald guy out there.
Okay,
Late
nerds.
LOL for the board. Russell Benson. Benson. Excuse me. He says Brock and the Universal title being the same color at the end of the match.
Yeah, pretty beat red.
That's pretty funny.
Oh wait, Russell. There you go.
Yeah.
So we got any squashes?
Noah says squash me getting squashed by Sierra and Noah and by losing the bet that he never signed off on. Berto, Golda looks like Where's Waldo if they actually found him. Okay, sure. And
That shirt.
and Juan is singing Benny Mardones.
If I could fly, I'd bring you up.
And for the record, he looks more like Carl Anderson and not Luke Gallows.
Thank you. Thank you.
Russell says squash was Rusev and Joe. Not even sure why Joe is in the match. We're scratching our heads the same way.
Fake Adam says squash is Adam's big belly that squashes apples. I don't even know what that means.
I don't either.
I don't know. Okay, that was a squash. Moving on.
All right.
The Brooklyn Botch Award. Brooklyn Botch Award. Botchiest moment of the night, and we'll start with Steve Awesome.
When Sheamus was trying to do this really cool move, and I thought it was pretty good for him, but then he kind of hurt his wrist. He's like, "Oh, I can't do it," and he couldn't quite finish it.
All right,
but that was kind of funny.
Coin. Adam.
Joe's booking in the main event. I thought that was botchy.
Yeah. Go ahead.
For me, I actually had something else written down. I'm going to change it. It was when AJ Styles went for the crucifix into the quick pin, and then fell, so he did like a cheesy little roll up instead.
Yeah, but you know what? Bravo, a true professional.
Yeah, exactly.
Hear this, Adam. Kept his bearing when he fucked up and continued forward.
Yeah,
unlike you.
He saved it. He went to a next spot or he went to the next move and kind of transitioned nicely. It's going to happen.
My Brooklyn Botch Award goes to everything Roman. Him being in that match, to me, was just a botch. It's a botch of writing. It's a botch of writing for the past 2 years, 3 years. It's absolutely, it's a botch. You know what it is? I'm gonna jump on Falcor because it's the fucking never-ending botch. Oh my God, Atreyo, the botch is coming. The botch is coming. Go ahead, board.
The board. Noah
read
says.
Berto. Please read Berto.
Noah says like the crew and the club and the hot Asian wife. You've got a hot black wife.
I do.
Thomas Struble said squash of the night. The king on the dragon. Berto, Steve looks like Brett Favre if he played until he was 60. Botch for Mr. Me. Nakamura being given a title match. Get him out of WWE before he bombs Pearl Harbor again. Wow.
That's just stupid.
Russell, botch again. The stair shot to Braun from Roman.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Juan says Enzo for just being alive.
Bada boom, dumbest guy in the room.
Yeah, and Sierra Ann just wants to flirt
Is
with Golda.
Golda a sweetheart of the show? We don't know because we have RGF, so we never know his emotion or mood at the time.
Yeah, it's hard for him to smile.
Look at it. Now he's smiling.
Yeah, earlier he was talking about how awful he felt. Now he's getting props from a 15-year-old, and he's all Benny
Hey,
Mardones.
man, I got to take these ego bumps wherever I get them at this point.
Yeah.
He's taking the bumps.
Hey, at least you might have a babysitter. And
oh, my God. Okay.
Ninja, please.
All right. Summer Stank.
The Summer Stank Award. This is our booking arrow of the night.
Oh,
Summer
God.
Stank Award. I'll go ahead and start this one. There's so many. There are a lot to choose from.
there's a lot. You put a lot of negative awards, and there's a lot of negative to choose from.
Well, I just, yeah. I could have done more positive awards. I guess I could have. I was in a negative mood, I guess.
There's none. There's MVP. That's your only positive mood.
I know. That's I could have done best match. I'm sorry for being so negative, guys. I'm sorry.
He's an angry elf.
Sometimes. Having 2 titles defended on the pre-show when you had matches like the Orton match on the main and Big Show match on the main card
and Baron Cena.
Yeah, just that's a booking error in my mind.
Yep.
Golda.
For me, it's just Neville going over Tozawa after Tozawa just won the title on fucking Monday.
Yeah.
They're hot shot in the belt, like it's the women's championship with Sasha Banks and Charlotte circa earlier in the year. It's a shit show. I don't appreciate it.
All right. And I don't appreciate that. Steve.
Damn right.
What has been ongoingly bad, and it should have be ended tonight, but it won't, is the booking of Jason Jordan. It's not ending pretty. I don't see any end to it soon either, which is the bad part.
I wonder if Adam was right. I wonder if they'll try to walk this back.
It felt that way the way Angle was tonight.
I just don't know if you can.
You're not really my son.
These are one of those yeah, right? Oh, well, DNA testing shows that you lied. There you go. There's your angle.
Maury Povich can come back.
Yes.
I mean, they could walk it back, or Shelton Benjamin officially signed his contract late in the week.
Oh, he did?
Yes, he officially signed his contract.
New team Angle?
Maybe a tag team, or maybe he's pissed off that Jason Jordan took his shine with Angle, so they have a program or something.
I don't know.
So that's something to look forward to if that
because
happens.
When Shelton was rumored before, he was rumored for SmackDown. So I don't know.
Yeah, so much has changed in a year.
Yeah, a lot's changed.
True.
All right, go ahead, Adam.
Mine is the end of the Nakamura Jinder match. If that's not a fucking booking error, I don't know what the fuck is.
All right, let's go to the
board. Noah Rusev getting squashed by Mr. Randy. I can be good if I want to, but I decide to only give 33% most of the time Orton.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're going to get caught up on the other booking errors.
Summer Stink. Sasha's. No, I'm not reading that. Summer Stink. My Black Son, also known as Kurt Angle's son, is what Juan says. And Golda's just talking about his Crohn's on the board for some reason.
Well, she asked me if I was okay. I said about Crohn's.
Y'all two need a DM.
Yeah, seriously.
No, don't do that. I know a guy who did that one time. He was gone for a while.
It goes down on my DMs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, that shouldn't.
Anyway, the rest of the board.
Then you'd be going down on some big dude in fucking maximum lockup.
You never know.
Rest of the board has, I don't know.
No,
they're not contributing right now. Or
they're just talking about nonsense.
We can move
pretty
on.
much.
So let's go to the Two-Handed Slam Award. It's our MVP award of the night. Adam.
Mine's going to go to Braun. Braun got me to mark out tonight. Braun got me to mark out the most. Braun got me to, while I was wanting to go to sleep after Jinder knock, wake the fuck up.
All right. Stevie.
Got to give to Brock for being able to take that abuse from Braun and still be able to walk to the ring. I don't know how he could do it, and still retain the title.
All right. Golda.
Braun Strowman. I mean, all of us, I think we weren't looking forward to that four-way as much as we probably should have been. And then in the first 5 minutes, he destroyed everybody.
Yeah. I have to go to fucking Braun. Braun is just absolutely. Let me say this because it reminded me of something. Very dangerous precedent was set tonight, and I was big on it. I don't know how you guys felt about it. But to me, it was a very dangerous precedent. When Brock was laying down, the stretcher came out, and they're all surrounding him and everything. Brock threw up the double-armed X, and as most wrestling fans know, the double-armed X is used when there is legitimately an injury in the ring, when somebody really needs help and a match needs to stop or whatever the case may be. And if they were using that in the sense of a work, having Braun do the X in a work, well, boy who cries wolf, right?
Well, they didn't even put his head right, like on the board.
Well, I understand that. But just the idea of using that hand signal in that moment.
Maybe he just crossed his arms. Maybe it wasn't.
That's just to say on the board.
I saw it looked like he was slapping them together, making an X.
I will say in the last 5-10 years with the dirt sheets and internet, the wrestling community being as aware as they are, they do a lot of false X's, a lot more than they used to.
I've never seen it personally myself. I guess that's what it is. For me, I didn't like it.
If anything, we didn't really mention it, but Braun, after taking that shot from the chairs, he looked like his bell was rung.
He did look like his bell was rung. Absolutely. He looked kind of dazed and confused for a moment, to steal the phrase.
Right.
But just for me, and I'll get off it after this, But these guys they're professional workers. They're talent. They're say what you want beyond break kayfabe. Fourth wall down. Their fathers, their brothers, their whatever the sister, mothers, whatever the case may be. That is just something to me that you don't fuck with. You just don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with you. All right. Does somebody need to be banned? What's going on?
No, it's
Mr. Me.
Mr. Me's just talking shit.
Okay. Anything on the board for MVP?
MVP, Noah says, Natalya, she's worked her ass off for years, getting shit on by Adam and having to put over younger talent. Now she finally won a title. Super happy for her.
I agree.
Juan
Fuck
agrees
her.
with me. He said MVP should go to Brock Lesnar. Thank you, Juan.
Okay.
Yeah. Brock did retain, but I don't know. I was hoping, amongst hopes, that the monster among men would walk out with the title.
I'm sorry. Mr. Me's got to go to timeout for that last one.
And Berto says, I have a segment for you guys. Since we have 30 years of SummerSlam, push, fire, or bury SummerSlam main event 97-07-17. Brett versus Taker, Cena versus Orton, and this four-way. Push, fire, bury. Ugh.
Well, no, say what now?
He says take the three main events from 97, 07, and 17, which were Brett versus Taker, Cena versus Orton, and tonight's four-way. Push, fire, bury. What do you pick for each?
So we're talking about...
Yeah, I would push Brett and Taker more. I would, I guess, fire tonight. I don't know, and bury Cena Orton. I don't know. That's a stupid game.
I don't like.
I don't understand.
I don't understand.
I don't either.
Yeah, I just no.
All right.
Okay. And the final award is going to be our Summer Suck Me WWE award. We do this usually on pay-per-views. That one moment of the night, you're just like, you know what? No, fuck you, WWE. So here we go, Adam.
Mine is how long this fucking show was tonight. You really, the crowd, I feel at some time was not popping because they were so fucking tired.
Yeah, I agree. Stevie.
Fuck you, WWE, for not including the general managers and Stephanie and Triple H tonight. It was one of the big four. I thought some kind of controversy. They could have added something to the show.
She's still recovering from that table bump that I didn't sell.
They had it well.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw Stephanie at a thing recently, and did Medine say they were? She looked pregnant.
And Medine said they were on Friday night. They were signing autographs. A rare Triple H and Stephanie did a signing in Brooklyn.
Right.
Oh yeah.
On
That's
Friday
why I thought
night.
they'd be there.
Friday at the Tonight Show, Stephanie was with Triple H.
Okay.
Backstage. So
I don't know if she is. I'm just saying, from having a wife that was pregnant before, they get a little fuller in the face, and she is. I saw that with her. I could be completely wrong.
She always has the pregnancy boobs, so that's tough to factor in.
That's true that.
and she paid for those.
Hey now.
Golda.
Mine is Jinder winning clean. Like Vince McMahon had the opportunity to finally prove everybody wrong when they think that he's stuck in the past and won't move forward and adapt to all these new styles of wrestling. And he had a chance to put the belt on Nakamura and really show people that WWE's moving in a new direction. And instead, we got fucking Jinder Mahal winning clean in 10 minutes.
All right. My Summer Suck Me WWE award is going to be less Roman, more Joe. Like I talked about earlier. Less Roman, more Joe. Roman has so much more talent. You could have highlighted him.
There's
way
only
more
one
than
Samoa Joe, and it's Samoa Joe.
Right. The fake-ass Samoa Joe. Samoa Joseph. On the board, Summer Suck Me for Noah says WWE for making this show not feel like a Big Four. I think
definitely failed
only
in that sense.
Only in time. Only in time.
And Juan's suggesting that Stephanie's just getting fat because she's getting up there in age.
Not the way she works out. No,
She
sir.
does work out.
No, sir. No,
Not
sir.
the pounding she takes.
Okay,
It's
guys.
all about the game.
It wasn't me this time.
Hey, FYI, yeah, if you didn't see the Jimmy Fallon segment, I burst your bubble in case you didn't tell. Hunter did not body slam Jimmy Fallon. It was a stunt double.
Right.
There was a pad clearly visible in the back of his jacket. It was still a cool segment on the Tonight Show, but it wasn't Jimmy Fallon. If I was Jimmy Fallon, I would have taken that bump.
He should have.
Yeah. But you know what? One way or the other, whoever that was, sold it better than Adam.
I was getting ready to say the same thing.
I'm
Kudos.
sorry. I just sell like Roman. I learned it by watching him, all right?
All right.
Okay, Kevin Nash.
I learned it from watching you, Roman.
So let's get ready for the backlash, boys and girls. What's going to happen? What's the word I'm looking for? All the consequences to tonight's actions, or whatever's going to happen next. We're going to find
The
out
fallout.
the fallout. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. The fallout to SummerSlam is going to be this week, Monday night. We're
Tomorrow.
going to cover it tomorrow night on Monday Night Rawsome. with myself and Steve and Golda, and we'll see who else is here. I think Medine's going to call in from New York. Maybe Adam joins. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know.
Depends on the hall pass or not.
Right.
If my daughter's cooperating.
And a special little thing here for, we get caught up with, being in the U.S. and, with our U.S. domestic fans. But we know we have lots of fans, international fans out there. So tomorrow night we're going to do something special for the international fans. Our trivia, and specifically in this case, our Australian fans. We know we have some fans in Australia. So our trivia tomorrow night is going to be all Aussie related.
All right.
All Aussie related. So Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. So just for you guys tomorrow night. Adam, Tuesday night SmackDown. What you think?
I am, we kind of teased it earlier about the rumors and NXT call-ups and stuff like that, but this is the one time where we finally find out if the rumors are going to pay off. I don't know if they will or not. But the one that I am looking forward to that we know is not a rumor is Shelton Benjamin getting signed. I hope he's back on Tuesday. I hope he's programmed well. I hope he's programmed soon. Shelton Benjamin stole the fucking show for 3 consecutive WrestleManias. That man deserves the push. And I remember when they first split up Team Angle and they had a draft back then, kind of like a superstar shakeup.
Yeah.
And he went solo away from Charlie Haas onto Raw, and he had 3 consecutive weeks with clean pins over Hunter. So I know Hunter believes in him. So I just hope somebody else believes in him and this guy gets his fucking due.
Okay. Juan says Asuka appears on Raw. I think I would love it, but I think you're
should be a SmackDown.
And I would, by the way, salivate at the thought of Shelton and AJ in a program or Shelton and half of the roster that's going right now. I'd love to see him and Seth do a program, him and Finn. I mean, there's so much possibility.
Yeah, I think they should keep Asuka and Alexa separate.
And they can't put her on Raw because Kurt calls her Asuka.
Asuka.
So, and the final thing here not final, but don't forget also Thursday at 5 p.m., 5:15, 5:30, depends, right around that area, usually 5 p.m.
This is going to be the good show.
We got our reaction to NXT as we always do. Me, Golda, maybe Braun will be back. I hope so. But we don't do a live reaction show to TakeOver, so our first Wednesday or Thursday after TakeOver, we cover the new show from Wednesday, and we do our reaction to TakeOver itself. So we kind of talked about it, scratched the surface of it a little bit tonight. We're going to get more in depth with the matches that we saw on Saturday night, on Thursday night, which I'm really, Golda, excited to talk about TakeOver in detail.
I can't wait to talk for an hour and a half about Adam Cole, baby.
Adam Cole. No, I haven't heard
Noah.
Noah.
Like that, I can wait.
I haven't heard Noah at all tonight on that. I figured Noah would have been blowing the board up with Adam Cole nonstop since the moment we started.
He was ruining it on Twitter last night instead.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, all the smarks were all over social media yesterday. Right. They got all their systems.
Yes, Conan wrote for The Simpsons. He also wrote for SNL.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
And finally, next Sunday, obviously you probably didn't listen this Sunday because of SummerSlam, but every Sunday, 10 p.m. on the Bubba Army Radio, Bubba Radio Army Network, BubbaArmyRadio.com. You can hear our weekly squash, where it's a compilation of all of our shows throughout the week with a little spin put onto it. So, again, that's every Sunday, 10 p.m. You have to listen to it live. There is no DVR function. It's just like a radio show. It's get there, listen, and then move on. So that's on the BubbaArmyRadio.com. So there's what we got coming up this week, boys and girls. No pay-per-view next week. Thank you. So it's going to be a shorter week for all of us.
Yay.
So we will get in here. We'll jump into our Smart Mark takeaways, our final thoughts, whatever you want to call them. Final thoughts for SummerSlam 2017. I will allow the gold standard himself to set the bar. Golda.
I feel like this show was a lot better than we thought it was going to be, considering it was 85 million hours of wrestling. Because I've been watching wrestling since 3 p.m. I had the PWX show, and then I came over here and watched wrestling. I basically had 8 hours straight of wrestling.
Yeah.
And SummerSlam didn't disappoint me like I thought it was going to. It drug a little bit, but even the filler in the middle was at least entertaining enough for me not to want to fall asleep.
All right.
So I'm happy and content with it, and I can't wait for Thursday.
Reviews on iTunes.
Don't forget to check out
Okay, Brian.
Don't forget to leave us a review on iTunes, a star rating, and a review. Hook us up, guys. Help us out. Help us grow. Steve Austin, final thoughts.
I really don't have much to add that hasn't been already said. I just thought it was an average SummerSlam. Too much disparity between my scores, really bad versus really good. I was hoping for a little bit more, but I can deal with it. I just hope, Raw from here on going forward is going to be decent.
Yeah. Adam.
I'm going to steal a line from Axl Rose. Where do we go now? I don't know where any of this goes. I don't know where everybody's getting programmed. I know that KO and Shane are going at it. But everything else seems like it's fucking up in the air. Is Baron leaving? Is Cena going to get a program worthwhile? Are we doing the Superstar Shakeup again? Are people debuting? What's going on? I'm hoping that the answers are satisfactory.
Okay. My final thought is going to be simply, maybe not simply, because if it was simple, then it wouldn't be a consistent final thought around this time. Is that WWE, Vince McMahon, Kevin Dunn, Road Dogg, who the fuck ever else is in that circle jerk of suctitude? Look at Saturday night. Look at TakeOver. They had 5 matches. 5 matches. And they blew you away. And it wasn't the first time. It wasn't the second time. For fuck's sake, it wasn't even the third time. TakeOver during a Big 4 weekend blows you away consistently.
3 out of 4 at least.
At least. Consistently. With less matches, less pageantry, less light shows, the whole 9 yards.
Smaller roster, less
My final
guys
thought.
used.
Don't destroy things. Yeah.
So
Yell at Stevie too.
I didn't yell at you. I just said my final thought. It went to both of you fuckers. So all I'm saying is in this, and I know I've made the vote of confidence thing on Vince so many times, but when you clearly are falling off from canceling all your new shows, all your original shows on the network, because right now the network's fucking bare and it's boring. Like once I get into watching the show that I'm actually wanting to watch on it, there's nothing I want to watch. The earliest countdown or the last countdown was in 2015.
Yeah, May 15. What
right.
the fuck?
The last list I think was 2015. Edge and Christian was canceled. Legends House that sucked.
Foley sucked.
Yeah, the only thing you're keeping is this fucking ride along that nobody fucking cares about.
Because that budget's so low.
Right. Dinner for Three is only good with the people that, depends on who's on it. The JBL Legends thing was good if you had, fucking Sting or Bischoff, but who gives a fuck about anybody else? I just, for me,
$9.99.
I don't understand. You need to take whoever is in creative and do them writing and in control and everybody from NXT and say, you are now promoted. Take over fucking WWE. Save us now. And you know what? I'm not going to throw all the blame just on the corporate structure. I'm also going to put the blame on the fans. NXT fans fucking know how to be fans. Main roster fans, you guys suck more than you're awesome. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. So I'm just saying, there should be no reason why the minor leagues of WWE is producing the major league feel. And the major leagues look like fucking quadruple A garbage.
And to your point,
Quadruple A,
they actually promoted the head writer from NXT to head writer of SmackDown and then demoted him for Road Dogg.
Wow.
All right, guys, that's our show. That's our SummerSlam reaction show. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. If you are new to us, please subscribe, like us, comment, join us on the podcast as well. We appreciate your time with us tonight. We know you had a long fucking day of wrestling. We did too. We appreciate you being with us. Hey, we got a longer week of wrestling. Monday night, Tuesday night, Thursday afternoon. Join us for those shows as well. Going to have some fun trivia segments, some comedy segments, all kinds of stuff going down throughout the week of Marked Out Wrestling Podcast, Marked ED Out Wrestling Podcast, MOWP. Saying one final thing to you, everyone. All I have to say is, mark out like no one is watching.
Peace.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is recorded, edited, distributed, and marketed at URecord Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information on optimizing your podcast for increased listenership, check out URecord on Facebook, Twitter, and email sales@urecordstudios.com or visit the website www.urecordstudios.com.
Yes! 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 Yes!
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.